Bob Katter's new party has opened its offices in Brisbane and the federal MP is spruiking a wide policy platform. The only thing he's lacking is candidates. Mr Katter says that's not because of a lack of interest, but analysts doubt the Australian party can shake up the state election as much as he would like. Imogen Brennan reports.
For those people, that have been out there in a comfortable cocoon of big party endorsement, well, happy days are at an end, my friends. Happy days are at an end. You're going to have to stand up and represent your people or you're going to lose your seat. We're coming after you. Carbon tax. There will be no carbon tax. Yeah, if it's carried through, then it'll be reversed.
After more than a decade as an independent, Bob Katter has given his name to a new party, the Australian Party.
And if people want to fight, they'll get a fight.
But this time, the former National Party member may be picking a fight, not just with Queensland Labor, but also with his one-time Conservative stablemates. Bob Katter's new party has taken some of the limelight away from the LNP's great hope for victory at the next state election.
Queenslanders will dabble with minor parties and independents at their peril. They'll simply give us another 20 years of this inept Labor government. It's time for a change.
I think there's probably a bit of a view out there that the Bush feels it's lost some of its voice with the Liberal and National Party formation of the LNP. Bob Katter's going to make for a very interesting state election.
It's not the first time Mr Katter's flirted with the idea of a new political party.
There has been no final determination of the nature of the beast that will come forward.
In 2006, he vowed to unleash a new political beast.
So if people want to join, get aboard the beast, who do they contact?
I most certainly would start with this office.
Despite the enthusiasm, the party never developed.
The beast didn't fizzle. I didn't open the cage. I said, it's going to be released. Well, I didn't open the cage door.
Now, 5 years on, doubts continue.
There's no doubt if Mr Katter can field candidates in northern and western seats, it will peel votes off both Labor but particularly the LNP. But I really think it's going to be more of an irritation or a thorn in the side of the LNP. It's not going to be a huge devastation. It certainly won't split the Conservative vote right down the middle.
People will vote for an independent if they know who they are. They won't vote for an independent they don't know. What Bob Katter is trying to do here is have other people stand and get some votes because they're Bob Katter's man. I'm not entirely sure he can manage to do that. There will be seats in the north of Queensland with good chosen candidates where they can easily get, say, 20% of the vote, but getting beyond 20 is very tough.
Analysts say he's banking on the Katter brand and hoping to exploit the anger held in the bush towards the major parties.
Now, there is a difference between the parties. If the current Premier gets re-elected, as sure as the sun rises tomorrow, she will sell the electricity industry. If the Liberals get elected, they'll sell it faster. They'll sell it faster.
The Premier has accused Bob Katter of being out of touch with average Queenslanders.
Who knows right now what it means. We'll see as he starts to roll out some of his policies just how much he does speak for ordinary Queenslanders.
If she spent 1 hour sitting and listening to people, as my staff made me do before the last federal election, you'll sit there, Bob, and you'll keep your mouth shut. So I sat there and listened to people that hand out how to vote cards for me, which was for our followers, our supporters. Do you know what they said? At every single meeting they said, I can't pay my electricity bills next month. Some of them were big farmers. They couldn't pay their electricity bills. Some of them were people on the pension. They couldn't pay their electricity bills. It's a pity she didn't go out there and listen to ordinary Queenslanders.
Politics runs thick in Bob Katter's veins. His father, Bob Katter Sr., held the seat of Kennedy for 24 years. Bob Katter Jr. took over the seat in 1993. The Australian Party's policies stem from Mr Katter's rural upbringing in Cloncurry, but he has a broad platform. Number 14 on the list of key issues is to give Indigenous Australians formal deeds to native title land.
why the only group of people on earth that I know of that are not allowed to own their own house or their own farm or their own business are the first Australians. What a dreadful blemish on us as a group of people, we Australians, that our first Australians are treated that way.
Some of the other key policies include stopping asset sales, reducing the market share of the two major supermarkets and refusing to support a carbon tax. At this stage there are policies, but no candidates. How can you have a party without candidates?
Well, we will be getting candidates, let there be no doubt about that.
Do you know who?
Well, I know more than I'm going to say to you, that's for certain, and I don't mean to be disrespectful by saying that. But clearly, people have got to be given time to think about these things and to make their decisions. Clearly, we don't want outside pressures working upon them until they've made those decisions.
And Bob Katter is meeting the state independent MP, Rob Messenger, tomorrow, but Mr Messenger is still non-committal about signing up to the Australian Party.